Listen up. These are the rules of Hutball. 2 teams, frog dogs and rotworms, chosen by random draw. 1 ball, slippery as a greased hut. Grab the ball, throw the ball. Get the ball over the opposing team's line any way you can, and your team gets a point. Weapons, name-calling, and cheating are all encouraged. But do not kick the ball. Huts don't have feet. Show our sponsor, Girona, the respect he deserves.
Oh, hi guys, so this is Hutball. I thought I'd leave the intro on because it's quite funny. I love it when it says, Huts don't have feet! But that's another thing. So this is one of the war zones that you can expect to see, Star Wars The Old Republic. It's a cross-faction war zone, which is pretty cool. That means you're playing with Alliance characters and Sith characters all on the same side. And I wasn't sure about it at first because, well, you know, it seemed a bit kind of gamey, but it's actually a really nice addition to sort of like those kind of classic Warzone sort of models, I suppose. Oh, call them models? Maybe you call them models. I wouldn't know. But yeah, it's a really good addition to it. It's a team game. The idea of the game is to score goals by taking the ball, which is, as you can see there, the blue thing, hovering blue icon above that guy's head that I'm trying to kill, to the opposing player's goal line. Got loads of different traps in here, so like that green pit there is acid. If you go in that, you're going to be well, burnt to bits. And you've got the icon which just came up then on over my head, that little droid thing. When you kill somebody, I think actually you get like a small sort of boost of speed, which is a really nice touch. You have these jump pads, which I'm never able to use. I fail so abysmally at jump pads. I always end up going in the wrong direction. They catapult you onto these top levels. You've got to be careful on these sections here, because you've got these flamey things, and if you're on those, you will die. You will die. They kick out a hell of a lot of damage. I'm wanting to put up a few more Warzone things, but this is the only one which has seemed to have popped for the last 3 hours for me.
Looks like the frog dogs have a new strategy. Let the rotworms win!
In this game, I guess I haven't actually got the ball too much. I like running sort of intersection on the ball handler. That's kind of my thing. I really enjoy doing that. I'm not really a massive kind of PvP head, but I do enjoy it from time to time. As you can see, like I'm level 28 here, but this the levels in this game aren't really fixed to sort of brackets. So you go into the war zone and you've got a bolster buff, which is, if you see just above my health bar, the icon on the far right, that's bolster. And that boosts you up to the level of other players in the Warzone, which is sort of a nice idea, but I'm not sure how practically it works. It's, you know, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but I think if you got a Warzone where you had lots and lots of low levels against lots of 50s, you are going to get owned because it's just a matter of sort of skills and things. I mean, you're not going to have them. So I'm not sure how practical it would be to level up in PvP, but I certainly think it would. You know, if you're a casual player and you know you just fancied a few matches, you know you're not going to be at a huge disadvantage. But if you're kind of pro or elite, me saying pro and elite in the same breath, that's hilarious. But if you're into that kind of PvP thing, it's probably not going to be good for you until you sort of reach level cap. But then again, if you're that kind of player, you're probably not going to be into it until you reach level cap anyway, because you know that's the way it goes, and that's cool. So yeah, when you die, you respawn at your own locker room, and you got to go back over the course again. It takes your buffs off. Resetting them is a bit annoying, but then again, that's no different to, I'd say, most of the games I've played. It's been exactly the same when I was playing Warcraft, so I'm not going to diss it for that. You can pass the ball, which is quite cool. On the right bar, that top icon there, that ball, when you've got it, it brings up an AOE, which is basically a pass radius. You've got to be stationary to pass, which is a little frustrating, but you know, it works. It works. I'm sure at some point somebody's going to mention the B word, the dreaded B word, which is balance. I'm not really too sure if I'm able to talk about that too much with the level character that I'm on at the moment, because I think that's not going to be something that you can very much judged until sort of like level 50, somewhere around there, or at least much higher level than I currently am. I mean, on the first impressions from what I've seen so far, most of the classes seem fairly well balanced. It's a nice mix of abilities that you've got. There's plenty of sort of stuns and plenty of escapes. Something which is quite nice is the diminishing returns, which has been hyped about on Star Wars since, well, I can remember when it comes to PvP. When you get stunned, and when you get stunned again, it will do less. It will be for less duration than it would be normally. There isn't a bar that I can see which tells you sort of like stun lock duration, which is something I remember seeing on one of the older builds. But there certainly are diminishing returns on sort of if you've been CC'd a lot. You know, CCs aren't going to be as effective against you, and in some cases you're actually even going to be able to resist them, which is quite a nice touch. It also means that you don't have to kind of tap your free button to sort of get out of it all the time, which is good. And it makes it a lot more tricky as an opponent as well, because you've kind of got to pay more attention to who's been stunned and how long they've been stunned and what's been done to them, which is, I suppose, a little tricky in the heat of the moment. But yeah, it's a nice feature. Oh, there is one thing actually I thought was quite interesting, which I really do like. I didn't show it on this video, but in the beginning, when you enter the Warzone, there's a vendor, which is nice. So you've got all your normal sort of commendation things. You earn commendation points every time you play, and at the end of the round, you can vote for the players who you think have performed the best for your team. Maybe it's they've healed a lot, or they've done a lot of damage, or just killed a lot of people, or they've gone for sort of objectives. But yeah, you can actually cast votes for people to give them extra PvP score, which also counts towards their ranks and their commendations. And I think you'll see this at the end when the Warzone sort of finishes. Not sure what more I'm going to say about it, other than, yeah, I quite like it, and yeah, it's decent. It's decent. So I think I'm just going to leave you with the rest of the match now, and have a look. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Hutworm score! Hutworm's pass! Success! That's how it's done! Rodward pass intercepted! Oh, the disgrace! Rodworms take out a frog dog! Brutal! Frog dog crushed! Spectacular Rodworms play! An ally is unbeatable! Rotworms take out a frog dog. Brutal. Rotworm ball handler is down. Frog dog throws to frog dog. Nice pass. Frog dog crush. Spectacular Rotworms play. That'll hurt in the morning. Frog dog's on a rampage. Oh, the frog dogs just pulled the ball handler apart! Frog dog throws to frog dog. Nice pass! Perhaps the worst throw in frog dog team history. Really, really terrible! Frog dogs just pulled the ball handler apart! Frog dog throws to frog dog. Nice pass! Black goes a frog dog! Get a cleaner, droid! Oh, the frog dogs just pulled the ball handler apart! Frog dog pass connects! Big gain! Time's almost up! Somebody kill someone! Today's Hutball obstacles are provided by Zerka Corporation. Zerka, brilliant solutions for a brighter tomorrow. Now, back to the match! Pass incomplete! Rotworms need a vision checkup! Rotworm ball handler is down! Flat goes a frog dog! Get a cleaner, Courage!